And welcome to another Xera video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. So in today's video is gonna be actually a 1-year review of my dash camera that I installed last year, and I had it already for almost a year. I cannot believe that. So today I'm just gonna give my opinion, what I like, what I don't like about this camera, and how it's been working so far. I'm gonna include a couple of video samples of all the stuff that it's been recording. As you may know, it has a camera at the front facing forward all the time, and of course it has a camera in the back that constantly records what's happening in the back, and it also acts as a reverse camera. So far this camera, which is actually AKASO or AKASO, I still don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'm gonna include the link to that camera in the description. I believe right now it's even on sale. But this camera has been working great, let me tell you that. I've not been sponsored by them or anything, it's just my personal experience that I've been using this camera. It has a really nice large screen. As you can see, I wired up all the wires in here, and yeah, that's the only wires you see here, everything else is hidden. Last year I did a pretty long detailed video installation, how to install it. I'm probably gonna re-edit that video to trim it down, and I'm gonna include in this video as well, or you can always go back to the other video, which I'm also gonna include in the description. But the installation is pretty straightforward. It might be a little bit tricky if you want to do it really nice, but yeah, it's not too bad. So let me start the truck so you can see actually how it looks. And as you can see, it's right there, it's powers up, and I have it set up right now so it shows what's happening in the back. So as you can see, it shows you the time and date, and actually it shows you the speed, how fast you're going, and as soon as you start the truck, it's already recording. So that's pretty nice. If you flip the screen this way, you can see what's happening in the back and in the front, but I feel like you don't really need to see what's happening in the front. As you drive, you see what's happening in the front anyways, but it records the front and the back all the time when the truck is running. So if you flip one more time, you see the front, flip one time, you see the back. And if you go and you put it in reverse, it brings a bigger picture actually. You can see more to your sides, and it has these guidelines for you, so you see where you reverse. So that's pretty good. It also has a GPS sensor in it, of course, and the way I wired it up, it has a shock sensor, so in case, God forbid, somebody hits you, it will record it and it will store that video footage on a memory, so that's not gonna get erased. Or if the truck is parked, I haven't tested that, but I believe if the truck senses that somebody hits it, it will record the back and the front what happened after that. So potentially you will see who hits you. But yeah, that's the way the camera is working. I really like it. It has a really nice screen. You can see a lot of stuff. See, I chose my reverse camera, my rear camera, to be installed on the bottom of bumper. I believe that's the best location for it, for one exception. Whenever I drive during the night and I have a car with a light on behind me, it kind of blinds a spot. All you pretty much see is a white light, but still you can see and make out what happened. If somebody hits you, it will record you who hits you anyways. So if you want, maybe you can mount the camera inside on your truck behind the glass, but for my purposes I use these two cameras for video recording whenever I go off-roading or I travel somewhere. So I want to see more footage what's happening on the ground level. So that's one of the things why I choose it to install there, but it's up to you. You can install it anywhere you want. So just to give a quick overview, the camera from the wire is going behind the bumper, is going behind the lights in here, and then it goes inside the truck, where afterwards it travels over here, the wire, and then the wire is snaked underneath here to here. Inside there's a fuse box where I wired it up, and then the wire goes up here, and it ends up over here. It's pretty simple. I cannot imagine. I had this camera for almost a year already, and it's been working great. I'm really happy with this camera that I chose it. It was not the most expensive camera or anything, but so far it's been great. So like I said, I'm gonna try to edit the video where I did the installation just to minimize it, to pretty much pinpoint each the location, and I'm gonna add to this video at the end. So in case you ever wonder how it's been wired up, you can always check that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you might find it helpful. And on this note, till next time, everybody, bye. Let's begin taking the truck apart. Now this can be a little tricky. You just have to pull towards you gently, but with enough force just to pull it out, but at the same time without breaking it. There you go. So now that we got this out and this out, we actually need to remove this. Now we're here, we gotta take this railing out. Now we can take this out. Alright, undo this screw over here. Now we also need to remove this. So to remove that, if I'm not mistaken, we can just slide this under and hopefully that will pop out. Yep. Alright, that should be fine for us. There should be enough room for us to work with. So I'm gonna make a little hole over here, push the wire through, and so now I'm just gonna push this cable down. Now we can push this back, just make sure it doesn't crimp the cable. And that's it. So let's put this light back in here. So now we're actually gonna get to the part where I'm gonna install the camera itself. I'm actually gonna make a little hole in here on top of the license, so the camera is gonna be mounted like that. That's gonna be right here. Perfect. Now before we do anything else, I'm just gonna put some electrical tape around here, so that keeps it safe. So in case it rubs around there, it's never gonna get damaged. Once I drilled the hole, I sprayed it with some Rust-Oleum paint just to seal off all the exposed metal that I made there, so it doesn't rust. Okay. Beautiful. And it's still behind the bumper. So if somebody lower car hits me here, then yeah, that's gonna be gone. But at least I'll have them on the camera. So let me show you the idea underneath. Once I got the wire from over there, from where the camera is, it's coming through there. Well, the light is too harsh. Okay, the wire is coming through over there, right? So then it goes on top over here, and then I put a bunch of electrical tape, and I put the zip ties, and I secure it over there. So the wire is not gonna go anywhere, it's not gonna move. And I hope the camera focus. All right, there you go. So you see, it's all nice and secure, and then it goes inside there. So that should be good. Now from there to here, you can just push the wire under, but now the best way to get from here to here, I found, is to send a piece of something of electrical wire or something to pull it between here to here, and just pop this out and put it electrical tape over here. Just be careful if you have this kind of connector. When you pull it, just pull it carefully so it doesn't get damaged or anything. So our wire is actually this red wire with a blue line. You can always check your schematic for your car. So all we're gonna do is just get that wire inside here, then get our wire over here on the side and just crimp it. Simple as that. So we got the cable all the way up to here now in the back passenger side, and I removed this sideboard already. So alright, let's try to remove this, make our way all the way up to there, and then we're gonna start running the cable. Just gently unclip and that's it. By the way, this center column, you don't have to remove it, you don't have to do anything with this, because there is inside there, down there, there is a lot of space. Just goes from here all the way across to the front, comes all the way over here. So what I did, I have this metal snake that I use for work. So I set it down here, and look, it's all the way, it came out all the way over here. I'm just gonna push it back again, and so it can come out over here. Then I'm gonna attach my wire, and I'm gonna pull it all the way to the front, and then I'm gonna do the same over here. So I'm just gonna pull it back. So now I'm just gonna attach the wire to that metal snake. that came out all the way over here. There's electrical tape, very carefully not to damage this connector. And we take it from there. And just pull the rest of the wire. And put the side board back. Now we have to remove this to get our wires all the way up to here. So now we can just undo this carefully. This should be enough for a space to send the metal snake down and fish for our wires and send them all up. So in order to take this sideboard out from the foot well, you have to undo these little clips, which is actually not a clip. It's like a little screw or ball. So all you have to do is just untwist this and it comes out. Now we can work with this to remove this completely. So once you remove that pin, there is a clip over here that sticks inside there. So all you do is just stick a screwdriver in there and you pry it carefully. So what we're gonna do now is carefully send this metal snake all the way down and hopefully we can catch it over there. Let's get the camera here. Let's get our wiring harness as well out. So this portion is the one that gonna go up to the camera. Okay, so now we're just gonna get all our 3 cables, stretch them all out and trying to send them all the way up. So now I'm just gonna pull them out carefully, pull all the slack, and in reality it's not even really necessary to go this way. All you can do is just remove this side paneling over here and you can just tuck the wires all along over here and just get it in there. I went kind of extra mile trying to get in there like that. Let's check. Oh, perfect, I have enough wire. Right now I'm just gonna even them all out and pull all the slack down and leave all the slack down there. And in fact what I'm gonna do, I'm probably even gonna put some electrical tape around it. We can proceed getting these wires up. Gotta make sure we don't crimp it behind the handle over here. Put this panel back, put the weather stripping back, and now I'm just gonna try to push it up. So I'm just gonna put a few patches of electrical tape along the way. So once again I disconnected the negative battery terminal just to be on the safe side. So now we're going to be working with this. We have to connect this to the fuse box, wire up this somewhere for the ground, for the negative terminal, and this wire, the yellow wire, we're not going to use it. I'm just going to tape it off and put it to the side, and we got to get this wire all the way up there to the fuse box. So for that we're just gonna open this up, drop down this glove compartment, which you have to just pull it to the side, these 2 pins, and it comes down. Now we just need to find a place where to ground this cable. Alright, I see there is a bolt right here. Looks like it's a 12mm. Fits in perfect. Now we're just gonna make it tighter. Now we can work with all of these cables. Just once again, put the zip tie here, tuck all the wires away. Now this GPS sensor, I'm not even gonna not gonna stick it to the surface yet. I'm just gonna hide it behind there, like that. And once I test everything out, then I'm gonna pull it out from there. Then I'm gonna stick it somewhere here. So now we're gonna take out the fuse that we are not using. In my case, I'm gonna take the fuse that is for heated seats, which I don't have heated seats, so there is no need for that. And that's where I'm gonna connect my accessory cable. Carefully without breaking it. There we go. Right, now we stick this connector in there. Gonna close this for now. Close this.
A few moments later.
Alright, so actually we do need to use this yellow cable, which has to be connected to the constant power. In case the car senses something happened, it can record. So what I did, I used that. For that I used the woofer, and the red cable I connected to the heated seats. So that's how it looks actually over there now. I took out the fuse and I connected to the little cable it comes with the existing fuse, and now it actually works.